Hey, what's up everyone? So, Divinci Resolve 16.1.1 or 16.1, depending on which one you want to work with. So, there's some really cool things in here, and I want to kind of highlight them on how you can bring them in and how they're different than other nonlinears. But there is also a good old-fashioned bug. So I've logged this with Blackmagic. They confirmed that it is the same that way. Basically, XDCAM with an MPEG2 codec, which would be the normal Sony XDCAM, does not take the payload in the bank. They're going to look into it. They're going to make sure that's an issue that's resolved. If you do a ProRes, it will go out as a 608, so that can be an option for you as well if you're on Mac. Unfortunately, I don't have a PC, so I can't actually see if ProRes is on PC. So let's crack on and I'll show you what I mean. So in my timeline here, I've just got the famous Mercedes spot that I've got. I throw my captions down. Now the captions, I'll go over another video of the captions in Resolve and how I kind of scratch my head and try to figure out what is going on there, but that's all okay. So here's my my audio that I've been dealing with. And if you come into your clip attributes and then go into your audio, it'll come in this case with 8 mono tracks. What you want to do is come through to get 501, and then this is going to go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down for your audio tracks embedded, and then this one here I'm going to do stereo, and then through here I'm just going to bin off these other tracks, which is just kind of a metadata in a way. It's not actually removing any tracks, it's just getting rid of that metadata header so you can actually bring it into the sequence. Now I'll show you another really cool thing. With Final Cut and Avid, well Avid's a nightmare, I love-hate relationship with Avid sometimes. Come to 7 and 8. So 1 through 6, 7 and 8 is stereo. Click OK there. Grab your track and bring it on down. Bring it on down, and here we go. Put it in here. You can come onto your tracks, right-click, and say change type track to 5.1, which is what it is, and change the track type to stereo. So this will now break it out and make sure that it is working. Come in the Fairlight, play this down, and you can see that you've got 5.1 on there and you've got stereo there, which is absolutely fantastic. So how do you get this out? Well, this is really cool. So in the Deliver tab, you come up through here and I'll show you how you'd normally get out through XDCAM. And ironically, if you do DNX as a codec in the MXF wrapper, it will take the captions for the ride. So again, Blackmagic's aware of this. They know what's going down, so we'll wait for an update and see what goes on there. So you go into your subtitle settings, come into your subtitle, and what we want to do is that we want to bring in an embedded format. And you can choose either 608 or 708. So it doesn't do both like Adobe does. Adobe will actually squirt in 608 and 708 into an XDCAM. Final Cut only does 608. Avid only does, well, kind of does 608-ish, 708, another video you've seen. Look up the top right for that video. And then this one is actually giving you the option of 708 or 608 as well. Not sure why they've actually kind of picked on just doing one or the other, but hey-ho. Now over in your audio, this is where it gets really interesting. So you've got your main tracks, or you go into your timecode tracks. You then add your second level to it, and you go to your timecode tracks as well, and it'll do stereo. Pretty nifty. So if I go into my video, I've got all that, that's all groovy. Just triple check everything, make sure the file name is to the timeline and video, add it to my queue and render that down. So why it's very cool is that it gives you a lot of flexibility on saying what track I'm going to designate to what build. So I want 5.1 there, I want stereo on there, and you can actually control it on the way out. If you don't do that extra section in the audio, it can come out as a mushed up file and actually doesn't really kind of correlate to where you're trying to get these audio tracks to. So I'll pause this and I'll come back when it's ready. And we're back. So I do need to invest in an external GPU for Resolve. Bless her, my very old laptop and iMacs do it quite tough. So let's go and have a look at the file. So here's my captions. Go to my good old friend Media Info. Media Info will come up and say, oh, hello, there's your 6 tracks here and there's your audio tracks there. As you see, captions, very weird how it's saying it's there, but it's not, but it is, but it's not. I don't understand this sometimes. So down here, there is no captions on here. It's brought out my time code and what have you. So title, captions, it's very weird. So let's fire open Switch and we'll play this down and I'll show you There you go, there's your audio configuration. And if I fire through into here, there you go, you've got your 5.1 and you've got your stereo here. So that kind of really works well, but we don't have our captions embedded. The only way to get the captions out is to hide this down, jump back into here, cruise back over to my QuickTime. And again, you'd need to kind of ask your digital distributor if they can actually accept in ProRes and how that would actually work for them. So down for here, you'd embed and you'd do it at 608. As you see, you can put it onto the text track, or you've got 608 here. If I add this into, well, back into my audio, pardon me, and it's honored, which is great. If it hasn't honored that, then you'd have that all mushed into one as well, so that's good to understand. Add this to here and throw it over for another render. So I won't bore you with the details, but trust me when I say the captions do come out at 608. It does come out with the right audio configuration, and it's all groovy that way. So Resolve 16.1 or 16.1.1, getting out CEA captions. There is a bug in the XDCAM, but you can do it in ProRes. If you want to try another codec, i.e. a DNX wrapped in MXF, then you could probably talk to your distributor and see if they could take that up. But there we go, guys. As always, I hope everything's great.